Yeah. I'm hyped. I'm charged up. I am so appalled. Spalding balls. Yo, did y'all watch that, man? Did y'all really take that in from the beginning to the end? If you didn't, I'm gonna give you a recap. If you didn't take that in, I'm gonna give you a recap. My name is Omari Styles, or the Omari Wave, and this is Nightly News. We go live, we talk about current events. Me and I always have guests coming through. We talk that talk. Did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see that live? Did you see that? Don't watch it tomorrow. I hope you watched it right now, live and in living color. Kanye West, baby. Drizzy Drake, oh my days. Put on a show for Larry Hoover, quote unquote. Because I didn't really see much to do with Larry Hoover. I didn't even hear his name. The whole concert, I didn't even hear his name. I did not hear Larry Hoover's name. I did not hear Free Larry Hoover. All I saw was a whole bunch of people there recording on their phone. And I heard a whole bunch of classics belted out by Kanye West and belted out by Drizzy Drake. Liddy, Liddy, Liddy. I've made posts in the past reviewing Kanye West's album Donda. I went live reviewing Drake's Certified Lover Boy. I went live talking about Jay Prince reuniting Kanye West and Drake. And here we are. Here we are. Look how the universe works, people. Look how the universe works. Let me take a sip of this. Look how the universe works, people. I'll say it again. I went live talking about Certified Lover Boy. I went live talking about Donda. I went live talking about Jay Prince reuniting both parties. And now, of course, I'm going to go live talking about the Free Larry Hoover concert. Did you not see that? That was lit. Both parties came out, did their thing, and cut, as they should. Both parties came on and handled their business. Let me just go on and put the link out. Shouts to Nadia Cater. Let me star that comment. Man. Shouts to Nadia Cater. Welcome, like, subscribe. You already know. If you've never been in this channel before, talking about social commentary. I just dropped a video today talking about the whole Jussie Smollett incident. Let me know, man. Let me know how you feeling about that live. That was crazy, man. That concert was crazy. That concert was bananas. I enjoyed it. So let me recap it quick because we're not going to be here all night. I'm gonna be jumping into different streams, but I'm gonna get mines off first. I'm gonna tell you how I felt about this, and I'm gonna go. Okay, so first things first. Everybody was waiting. This was supposed to start at 11 p.m. Eastern time, 9 p.m. Pacific time. What was that? 8 p.m. Pacific time. But they didn't come out until about 9 o'clock. 9:30 it felt like. 9:30-ish Pacific time. 12:30-ish Eastern time. If I'm not mistaken, someone can correct me if I'm mistaken. Man, but when they came out, Kanye came in with the fire. The fire. He was not playing around. Let me put the link up there. If anybody wants to join, here's the link. Here's the link. There's a link. There's a link. Tell me what you thought about this, man. I'm gonna tell you what I thought about this. I'm gonna be quick. I'm gonna be to the point, and I'm out. I'm gonna go join some other streams. I'm gonna keep this rolling because this was lit. This was so lit. So they started basically about an hour and a half late. It was scheduled for 11 p.m. Eastern time. They didn't come out till about 12:30. So I think that's about 9:30 Pacific time. And Kanye West, Drake come out on stage after a Sunday service esque performance. People were dressed in all black. It looked really, really creepy. Not gonna lie. The all black, the eye, the shape of the eye on the stage, all the smoke, all the darkness. Very creepy, but nonetheless, I was here to hear some hits, hear some bangers, and see all what the talk is about. After all the smoke cleared, Kanye West comes out. Man, what was this man wearing, bro? What was he wearing? He was in some high top Uggs, it looked like, some bussy boots. And he was wearing some red gloves, like some Michael Jackson looking gloves. But Michael Jackson died in 2009. What's Kanye doing in Michael Jackson looking gloves and bussy Ugg boots, bro? Was not feeling the outfit, bro. Was not feeling the outfit whatsoever. Nah, whatsoever, yo. So Kanye West comes out in his outfit and boom, gets straight to it. Starts hitting us with some Donda hits, Donda hits, Donda hits. And then boom, boom, boom. He switches from Donda hits and goes boom to straight back to the original, to Jesus Walks. Boom, hitting us with some old school Kanye. That old, the real Kanye, right? That late registration Kanye, that college dropout Kanye. And he was just going hit after hit after hit. He switched it up, fast forwarded to My Dark Twisted Fantasy. He hitting us with those hits. All the lights. He was not playing. He was in his bag. He was in his bag tonight. You know what I really thought when I was watching this? You know what I really, really, really thought when I was watching this at the beginning? If Kanye really, really and truly wanted to, he would wash Drake in the verses. All I was thinking of was, why didn't these guys just do a verses? That would have been much more entertaining than this. It was entertaining, don't get me wrong, but a verses would have been way more entertaining. One second. I'm just gonna put myself on mute. Give me a moment here. Sorry about that. So where was I? If this was a versus, this would have broke the internet. Because everybody was watching this. Everybody was watching it. Everybody was watching this ish, man. And I didn't hear nothing about Free Larry Hoover. I just heard hits. I heard hits from Kanye. I heard hits from Drake. That was it. Funny thing I read before I was able to sit down and watch this. Apparently, Larry Hoover had a little bit of concern regarding this concert. He wasn't entirely sure about this concert, which leads me to believe that, I mean, we don't got to get into it, but bottom line is this was great. This was great for both sides. But again, I didn't hear no mention of Larry Hoover's name. All I literally saw was Kanye wearing some type of shirt that said Free Larry Hoover, and I seen Drake wearing some type of button up saying Free to Man them. Free to Man them. That's it. Just free to man them. What was that all about? I don't know. But it was a great concert. So fast forward now, Kanye's going crazy, performing all of his hits. He's like literally all over the place. He would jump from a song off of the new album and then go to a song off of College Dropout and then go to a song off of Graduation and then give you another song off of Graduation and then just go to My Dark Twisted Fantasy and then go back to 808 and Heartbreaks. I was like, bro, this guy's in his bag. He would wash Drake in the verses. That was the consensus that I got out of it. And anybody wants to debate me, please feel free because I say this with my chest. Kanye would wash Drake in the verses, and it's not even close. It's not even close. He had everybody vibes in. He had the crowd rocking. He had the crowd rocking. So I would say about an hour, maybe 45 minutes to an hour after Kanye was just belting everybody with hits in his bussy boots, his high top Uggs, and his red Michael Jackson baseball gloves, he let Drake come out. But before he let Drake come out, he dropped a track I didn't even know that he produced. Shouts to Nadia Cater. She actually came in and let me know that, hey, this song, Find Your Love, that was on Drake's second, no, that was on his first album, first or second album, whatever. Someone can correct me in the chat. That song that was on Drake's first or second album, Find Your Love, the video where he's in Jamaica, Kanye actually wrote that song. And then Kanye performed that song. That was dope. I didn't even know that. So I learned something new today. Kanye produced Find Your Love by Drake. I was in the crib rocking and bouncing and drinking and chilling. I'm like, this song is bod. Better when Kanye performed it. But it seems like he kind of forgot the words. But nonetheless, Kanye was doing his thing in his bag for about a 45-minute hour. He blacked out, and then boom, all of a sudden, he dropped that song, Find Your Lovin', which I didn't even know was produced by Kanye. I didn't even know that. And then he made way for Drake. And what happened? Kanye comes off stage. Drake comes on stage. And, the energy dropped a little bit, but Drake was still doing his thing. He was trying to hold his weight. He was trying to hold his own. You have to understand, Drake is about almost 10 years younger than Kanye. So Kanye just has a little bit more sauce. He's been around a little bit longer than Drake. He just got more. He just got a little bit more in the tank, more in the Serato. He just a little bit more wavier than Drake. So Drake comes out, he starts hitting people with the Certified Lover Boy hits, a couple of Certified Lover Boy hits here, Then he goes to a couple songs that he has some features on, him and Future, I'm thinking Future's gonna come out. He hits you a little bit here, a little bit there, but he didn't really go into his bag. Like Drake could have really, really, really went into his bag, but I feel like he didn't. And I think that's where the age gap kind of comes into play. Kanye was belting out hits. Drake was in his bag. I would say he was about 7.5 or 8 in his bag out of 10. He didn't fully go into his bag because Drake got some hits, but he didn't really go there. You know what I mean? I thought a perfect song he could have played was one of them songs off of Scorpion, featuring Michael Jackson. He didn't really touch Scorpion too much. You know what I mean? He didn't really touch Views that much, right? He didn't really touch his other album there. He didn't touch If You're Reading This Is Too Late. You know what I mean? He didn't touch any of those albums. And I'm sitting here wondering why. I mean, he has hits, but he didn't reach for them. So I think because Kanye, it's kind of like the Jadakiss versus Fabulous versus, right? Fabulous got hits, but it seems like he got kind of tight in the moment. You know what I mean? I mean, he doesn't have as much as Jadakiss, but hey, it is what it is. I just feel like he got kind of tight in the moment, Drake, and he didn't pick all of his hits. Like he has a lot of hits. He has a lot of bangers that certain people like, but he didn't get there. But anyways, moving on. Drake came out, did his thing for about seemingly less time. It was about a half an hour, and then I don't know. I think he just kind of ran out of steam. It felt like, but nonetheless, it's still Drizzy Drake, still my boy. I'm still from, it's still OVO all day. Shout outs to Toronto. That's the city where I'm from. So what I mean. It's Drake all day. I mess with Drake heavy, OVO sound. So Drake was doing his thing, but then Kanye came back out. Kanye came back out and was doing his thing again. You know what I mean? Yo, shouts to my guy No Django. He says, yeah. He said black skinheads with Mike went crazy. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Black skinheads. When I heard that, I was me and Nadia Cater were watching the verses, and she didn't even know watching the event. She didn't even know that song, but I'm there, fist pumping, I'm jumping, I'm singing, and all that. Come on, man. Ye went to Yeezus. Who even remembers that album? Only real ones remember that album, man. He played Bound and he played Black Skinheads off of Yeezus. That's what I'm saying. So if you know, you know. Drake didn't even go there. He didn't even go into his Scorpion bag. He didn't even go into his If You're Reading This Is Too Late bag. He didn't even go into those bags. You see what I'm saying? Shouts to No Django. Yo, if you want, just hit that subscribe button, man. I always go live. I got more streams coming, got more content coming. Salute to you, man. Salute to chiming in. Yo, Drake did not go into his bag. He didn't go into his super bag. He didn't touch Scorpion. He didn't touch Views. He didn't touch If You're Reading This Is Too Late. He didn't touch. I think he did touch Dark Lane demo tapes. I think he did. I think he did touch Scary Hours. If I'm not mistaken, he did touch Scary Hours. But too brief. Too brief. He didn't really get into that bag. As opposed to Kanye, who went all the way in his bag. So I think hot take, Drake is a little shook. I wouldn't say okay, shook is a strong word, but Drake didn't prepare. Drake didn't calculate this. And you kind of notice this with Drake. He's not as calculated as Kanye, especially when Kanye pulled out uh, Let's Have a Toast. Let's have a toast to the asshole. When he sang that song, Runaway, and I thought that Pusha T was gonna come out. Pusha T almost came out on that stage in my head. Right? So that tells me that Kanye, he almost brought up Pusha T. He had a song featuring Pusha T, and Drake and Pusha T still don't like each other. So it's like, was that pre-planned in Kanye's head? Was that a way to kind of humble Drake, to kind of make him know that, hey, look, this can all go left. I can bring your worst enemy out here and just end this whole thing. You know what I mean? Just mentally for you. But Kanye, I mean, Drake didn't really have that type of cerebral level of attack. You know what I mean? So, anyways, Drake came out, Kanye came back out, and then to end the whole thing, Okay, hold on a second. Zona loves Zanetta01 says, nah, you look too deep into it. I agree. But that's just how I am. I mean, I've been like that since like the last who knows how long now. I just look deep into stuff, man. Like, I think that Kanye really has a mental edge, and it's because of age over Drake. Drake's the bigger star. Don't get me wrong. He has more whatever you want to call it. He just has more right now, more going for him socially. But I think that Kanye just has that mental edge over him. Like, Drake didn't go into his bag. What songs off of Scorpion? If You're Reading This Is Too Late, Views. I didn't hear any of those songs. Anything. I mean, Kanye even pulled out a song off of Donda featuring The Weeknd. Drake has at least 5 songs featuring The Weeknd. I didn't hear any of them. Where was the zone? Where was Love in the Crew? I didn't hear those songs, and those are his bigger songs. I didn't hear any of those songs, and that's why I say what I say. You see what I'm saying? So Zona loves the nutty. Drake only played new stuff for some reason, but that's what I'm trying to say. I didn't like the fact that he only played certain songs for some reason. He didn't really get too cerebral, where I feel like Kanye got very cerebral on him. Kanye was playing hit. chart topper after chart topper right here. Gold Digger, and I mean, Gold Digger's from what, 2005 maybe? 2007 the latest. I mean, I don't have the list in front of me. 2005. Kanye was in his bag, in his super bag. Drake didn't really go into his bag like that. I mean, man, Drake got some hits. He has some off of that first album. He got some hits, but all we got was like we. Kanye sang "Find Your Love." I didn't even really recall any hits that he played off of his first album. Where was "Best I Ever Had"? Best I Ever Had was the video was directed by Kanye. I didn't even hear that. You know what I'm trying to say? So I didn't get much out of Drake, it feels like. I didn't get full Drake experience. I needed more. I wanted him to go into his bag deeper. I know Drake. I know his songs. I've been following Drake since day one. Drake gave me a ride home one time, quiet as kept. Like I've really been listening to this guy for a long time, and it's like Kanye has that cerebral hold on him, man. He definitely does. The Zone Crew Love Live. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Exactly. Zone loves Zonetta01. Make sure to subscribe to this channel. We always go live. We always talking about Kanye, Drake, all types of different things, man. So salute to you. I agree. He didn't drop any of those songs. Where were any of those songs? And this is why I say what I say. Kanye has a little bit of a cerebral hold over Drake because those songs didn't snap into his head in the moment. He should have known when it was time to pick the songs. Drake should have known that he got some hits. Like he should have said to himself, if Kanye hits me with this song off of Donda featuring The Weeknd, I'm gonna hit him with 4 other songs off of 3 other different albums that I have featuring The Weeknd. But that thought process, it doesn't seem like it was there. It doesn't seem like it was there. I wouldn't say he looked uncomfortable, but he just wasn't super in his bag. You see what I'm saying? So I just, I got it. I mean, if this was a versus battle, I would have to give the edge to Kanye because he just looked a lot smoother, calmer. Even in his bussy boots, his high top Uggs, and his Michael Jackson gloves, he still looked way more comfortable out there than Drake. You see what I'm saying? And Drake was doing a little bit too much singing. Nadia Cater was saying it to me earlier. Drake was singing a little bit too much. Too much singing. This wasn't the place for you to sing. And you have more than enough rapping hits to rap the whole way. You don't even have to sing. You don't have to sing one verse, right? But he was singing. This was not a singing event. Vask.tech, Janelle Williamson. I'm not sure what that means, but salute to you, man. Subscribe to the channel. Drizzy also had way less time. That's another thing I noticed. Kanye at the beginning was going for a solid hour. 45 minutes to an hour, he was going hit after hit after. He was just going. He was just going, period. Then Drake came out. He only went for like a half an hour, 30 minutes max. And that's what I'm trying to say. I feel like he didn't necessarily, the energy wasn't there for Drake. His energy wasn't fully invested into this. And even if it wasn't, he didn't kind of play it off. He didn't let the music kind of just flow through him and just give him that energy, give him that boost. Seeming like he wanted to leave. Like he wanted to go and see what the after party's saying. That's the vibe I got from Drake. Or he just wanted to go back home, jump on the Drake jet and just go back to Toronto. Like, seemingly felt a little forced for Drake. Wasn't his type of thing, you know what I mean? But I mean, it's still Drake. It's still Toronto. I rock with Drake. I'm from Toronto, so I mess with Drake heavy. He did his thing. Salute to him. Salute to Kanye. But I think Kanye got the edge. He kind of got him on the edge, and I think it's all cerebral. I know you said I'm looking too deep. Zone loves Zanetta, but I'm just saying, man. Drake did this on purpose. He didn't want it to be a versus. Nah, but like, come on, this is rap. This is competitive. Y'all been beefing since what 2000 and what 12 maybe 2013, and you didn't want this to be competitive. Is that the Canadian in you? No, come on, bro. You gotta come hard. No homo. You got to come hard. You have to. This is a this is like a versus. I mean, if this is not a versus, if this is a Larry Hoover thing, then why didn't anybody talk about Larry Hoover? I didn't hear Larry Hoover's name one time mentioned. If I did, you can correct me in the chat. I did not hear Larry Hoover's name mentioned one time. Not once. I seen Free Larry Hoover on the back of Kanye's shirt. or whatever, button up, short sleeve, whatever that was. And then I seen "Free the Mandem" on the back of Drake's shirt. There was no reference to Larry Hoover on the mic at all whatsoever. Drake didn't even Drake stopped the show one time to say, I want to hear everybody who's this? Yes. Who's in the building? L Selector. What's good? Let's go.
Yo, what's going on, man? How you doing, bro?
Good, bro. Just talking, man. Just talking to the people, man. What'd you see, man? Tell everybody what you saw tonight.
Bro, honestly, I didn't even watch it, bro.
Come on. You didn't watch it, man? You
No,
missed
I
that?
didn't. I didn't watch it, bro. I'm like just listening to what you're saying right now. I don't know what I heard about it. I literally saw something about it today, and then it just like passed my memory. And then, yo, bro, now I'm just hearing you talk about it. So like, I don't know, man. Can you just like kind of inform me, give me some intel?
Yeah, so I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna go back to the beginning eventually. I'm just gonna respond to
All right,
Zone Loves
continue.
Meta here.
All right,
So
continue.
Zone Loves Meta says, he said SMTH, like I haven't been in LA for a long time. So let me play some new stuff. Yes, I heard he said that. I did hear when he said that. So basically, what I think he meant when he said that is that he actually has never live performed any song off a certified level until today. So when he said that, what it said to me was like he wasn't really prepared. He didn't really come and give it his 125 million%. Like he didn't really give it 110%. That's what it felt like to me. He's still kind of feeling things out. He's still tweaking. He's still trying to make it work. That's what it felt like. He's not fully invested mentally into his stage show performance uh, to CLB. It's not there yet. I mean, if you could imagine, this is the first time he's doing this live, so he hasn't really worked on all the kinks yet, right? And he said it. And you know Drake, he doesn't talk much. You don't really hear him talk much. You don't really hear him you speak off the record too much. That sounds like some truth actually came out of his mouth. He wasn't ready. Kanye was super ready. Remember, Kanye had three, not one, not two, but three album releases. He had three. So he had plenty of time to tweak what he had to tweak, to play with songs that he works best with the crowd, blase. So Kanye, again, a bit more seasoned, a bit more ready, older, wiser, was just a little bit on a higher level than Drake today. I think he definitely did his thing, Kanye. 2010, actually. Exactly. Kanye West and Drake have been beefing since 2010. How does Drake come into this and fumble the ball? How? He should have had a versus list of at least 20 tracks to just shell down the place, have the place going bananas. What's the first song he came out with? That song with him and Travis Scott? Sorry, I think that was Kanye. Whatever song Drake came out with first was kind of like, he didn't really, I don't know. He didn't really come out hard, no homo. Facts, his name was mentioned once. Yeah, no one even said Larry Hoover's name. No one even said Larry Hoover's name only once. His name was printed on the back of Drake's shirt, or sorry, Kanye's shirt, and on the back of Drake's shirt it said "Free the Mandem." Really? And I don't know if you saw Zone Loves Zanetta 01, but there were some articles coming out before talking about Larry Hoover being a little hesitant for this whole concert. He wasn't even too sure about all of this. So, who knows, man? Drake was supposed to be on All the Lights. The beef started in 2010. Yeah, there it is. And if I'm not mistaken, they didn't even perform it like that. They didn't even do the version of the song with Kanye and with Drake. They didn't even do it. But Kanye felt very comfortable performing Find Your Love. Very comfortable performing Find Your Love. Right? Which is Drake's song. So again, that's that cerebral aspect of it. I think Kanye is kind of leading in. You know what I mean? So yeah, El Selector. Let me go back to the beginning for you, man. Yeah. So you said you
Yeah,
missed. You
yo.
said you
So I
missed
just
it.
while you
Yeah.
were talking, I just took in the "Can't Tell You Me Nothing" performance,
Mm-hmm.
bro. That shit look explosive, man.
Yep. It
That
was.
looked that looked like, man, that looked like Kanye pulled out the AR-15 and just started letting it rip, bro.
Exactly. That's the thing, right? Kanye put out the AR-15, the Kamehameha, he detonated the, you know what I mean? He dropped it. He dropped it, bro. He dropped a big bomb on it, bro. He didn't care. All of his hits, every song that you thought he was gonna play, he played. I didn't get that from Drake. That's if you didn't watch it, that's pretty much what happened. So from the beginning, they were late. They were about like an hour and a half late. They're supposed to come on at 11 o'clock Eastern time. They didn't come out until about 12:30. And then when they actually came out, they came out, but a choir kind of came out first and did a little Sunday service type of thing, a little gospel. They're dressed in all black. It was a little spooky. We don't have to get into all that, but it was a little spooky. Then boom, out of nowhere, Kanye comes on stage wearing some high top Uggs and some red gloves. I don't know what that was all about, but he was not looking too swaggerific to me. And then he started just hitting hits. Got the crowd just hyped. Like hits from College Dropout, Dark Twisted Fantasy. But he started off with Donda. So he was like all over the place with the hits. 8 Heartbreaks. It was lit. He went for about an hour. And then after about an hour, he was about to come off stage. Then all of a sudden, he just played Find Your Love, Drake's song off of Drake's first album. And I didn't even know that. Somebody had to tell me, Nadia Cater had to tell me that, yo, that's Drake's song, but Kanye wrote that song for Drake. Like, okay, interesting. I didn't even know all this. And then boom, all of a sudden, Kanye walks off stage. He's getting praised. Everybody's hailing him up, dapping him up. The camera literally cut to him getting dapped up, and then Drake comes on. Drake starts singing his hits. The energy kind of dropped a little bit. If the energy was at like a 9, it kind of dropped to like a maybe 7. Guys, so Drake's hitting them, maybe for about a half an hour. Drake's doing his 1-2s, certified lover boy, but he wasn't really hitting you with like the if you're reading this is too late, the Scorpions, the you know what I mean, the off of his second album there where he's sitting at the table. He wasn't hitting you with all of those hits. He wasn't hitting you with all those hits. And then went for a half an hour. He kind of said something like he's like put the mic. He's like, yo, everybody, yo, put your hands up. I didn't hear Kanye say that once. I didn't hear Kanye break from his music once. Kanye just a continuous stream of an hour just hits. Drake half an hour going, kind of broke for a second. And then all of a sudden, I don't know, man. Drake his energy just kind of dropped a little bit. He was singing a lot too. He wasn't just straight rapping. He was singing. You know what I mean? But I mean, overall, it's a great performance. It was really good. But Kanye definitely stole the show a little bit. And then Kanye came back up, more hits, more hits, more hits, more hits. So just hitting them with more hits. And then I think that went for about like 15 minutes, maybe I would say max. And Kanye said, "Yeah, we got to get out of here soon," or something like that. Then all of a sudden they played Forever. And they're both on stage. They're both going at it. If you remember Forever, with Eminem, Kanye, Drake. Who else is on that song? May not mean nothing to y'all, but understand. They did it, and then that was it. They just walked on stage, and the credits came on. But it was lit. It was a good show. Stadium status. Yes, that was another thing. There was a point in time where I honestly thought that Jay-Z was gonna come out. I felt the vibe like Jay-Z was gonna come out. And I was saying in my head, if Jay-Z did come out, it makes sense because he has songs with Drake and he has songs with Kanye on the latest album. So that would have made perfect sense. But he didn't come out. That would have been perfect. I mean, but there were no features. Fair, no features. Cool. I understand. Praise God. Oh wait, hold on. Let me go back a little bit. That's why Drizzy probably had less time. These niggas was late. Yeah, they were super late, man. They weren't even like fashionably late. They were like I was watching those credits, those whatever those credits were saying. I was just watching that for like a good like hour. I was like doing my own thing, walking around, do what I had to do, clean it, all these other things, and then all of a sudden I just see the credits drop and I see these guys coming out on stage. I was like, yo, you guys are just late, bro. What are you guys doing in the back? I'm thinking they're turning up in the back. I'm thinking they're turning up. Knowing Drake, I know he had a glass of whatever, whatever in his hand, turning up in the back. I know Kanye just in the back, just talking, laughing, trying on different clothes and getting hyped up, like taking forever to start the thing. I was like, jeez. But I heard that LA does have some crazy traffic, so who knows? Who knows what was really going on in the back? But they were taking forever. Praise God. We gonna praise God, man. That's man. Travis Scott. That was the first song. That was the first song that Kanye came out to. Praise God. Yo, had the place going nuts. And again, that was just off of Donda. Like he went from, I mean, like the way he was able to go from Donda and just backwards, and then he came back out. And then when he did that song from the Life of Pablo, the intro, what's the intro? He did one song off of the Life of Pablo. That's the only song I can remember that he did off of Life of Pablo, right? But he didn't even do much off of Life of Pablo, and he could have done so much. Life of Pablo had some bangers. Yeah, Find Your Love was a leftover from 808 and Heartbreaks. I didn't even know that. Wow, you're schooling me on. I didn't even know that Zone Love Zone at L01. I didn't even know that. That's crazy. That's news to me because if you like really, really remember that song or remember watching that video, I don't remember. Like, it didn't even feel like a Kanye song. It felt like such a Drake song. Remember the video when they're in Jamaica and Movado was in the video? That video was crazy, man. That's when Drake was like, just like really, really rising, rising, rising. So, yo, man, salute to Kanye, man. Salute to Kanye. Kanye got them hits. Why didn't he put it on 808s though? That would have been nice on 808s. Like, cause I mean, 808s is literally one of my favorite albums from Kanye. If not number one, I'll say a close second. I'll say it's top two for me. 808 and Heartbreaks, top two for me, easily. I was just on Twitter and it seems like the track list was cut short. There's a leaked set list for featured songs. Wow. Yo, interesting. Why would they cut Drake's track list? If you remember correctly, too, Zone, Drake's mic was not working at the beginning as well too. So I'm telling you, there was some foul play going on here. There was a little bit of foul play going on here. There's a little bit of gamemanship, sportsmanship, whatever you want to call it, going on. Drake's mic stopped working at the beginning. As soon as he came out, it was like he was singing, but you couldn't hear him good. And it was like you can hear like two voices. Like you can hear the song and then the song again, like behind it. Like it didn't sound clear, it didn't sound crisp. So they had to get the sound right for Drake. Maybe that threw him off. Again, maybe that's the wily old veteran Kanye in his bag of tricks. That's what it felt like. The whole night, Kanye had some cerebral thing going on. Kanye lives for these type of things, man, honestly. Eminem, yes. So Eminem, Drake, Kanye. That song to this day still goes hard. Like that song's a good song, man. And I still remember the Sprite commercial. That commercial is a crazy commercial where Drake's drinking the Sprite and that song is playing in the background and his whole head opens up, right? And he's drinking the Sprite and then his head comes back together and he's in ooh, classic, man. Classic. When he played Niggas in Paris, I was like, yo, hold up. Exactly. Exactly. Stadium status, Niggas in Paris. I felt like he was about to come out. It felt like he should have came out. If anybody would have came out, it should have been Jay-Z. But he didn't, and I understand it's fair. Just keep it fair, and it felt fair. Shouts to Jay-Z, man. Like, at least he's being very political. He's playing both sides very, very well, I must say. He's not picking no sides. He just got into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I made a video about that recently. If you haven't checked it out, just hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, man. We make videos all day, every day, talking about music, sports, commentary about what's going on in the world. It's the Mari Wave. Shouts to El Selector in the building. He also does this thing with the videos as well, talking about boxing, talking about the Raptors, just overall talking about a lot of different subjects. So if you the first time you're in here, just kindly hit that subscribe button, man, and let's get it. So Niggas in Paris, honestly, I would say that's in my top five. That collab album was crazy. Collab. That Kanye, when he gets on the collab album, you know it's gonna be crazy because his work ethic is just next to none. You know what I mean? WVOAF. Who is this bot? Father Stretch My Hands Part 1. Exactly. That was the song he played off of The Life of Pablo. Exactly. And that song, honestly, like in my head, I was thinking like, well, because when he played some other songs, I'm like, if he played the song off of The Life of Pablo, what song would it be? Which song would it be? And he played this one. Dope. I was here for it, man. I thoroughly enjoyed it, man. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Riri, All the Lights, The Weekend, Hurricane, Pusha T, Runaway, and Jay Z and Niggas in Paris. They would have came if they would have came out. Honestly, I would have liked to see Riri come out because if you think about it, Riri has songs with Drake and with Kanye, and Riri has some pretty nice songs with Drake. And that's the thing about Drake. Like if he had the opportunity to have those people come on stage, I think he might have took it. I think he might have been able to just have a better overall performance. You know what I mean? But I think when he seen Kanye come on stage, it's like he saw his big brother come on stage, and it's like, whoa, let me just humble myself a little bit. Like the, you know what I mean? Like when you're a kid, and the bigger guys come around, and the bigger folk come around, you just have to kind of humble yourself a little bit. That's the vibe I got from Drake. He wasn't really fully just acting himself. Like he kind of had a little bit of a mental cap on his head. He couldn't really wild out. But I mean, the Weekend Hurricane, classic, classic. Even if the Weekend came out, I think that would have shut down the place too. Cause Weekend got some songs with Kanye as well. But Kanye played the songs with the Weekend. He played the one song off of Donda that he has with the Weekend, right? And Drake didn't even have any songs with the Weekend on CLB. That's a tragedy. But Drake and Weekend still got songs, like you mentioned earlier, the earlier zone. So it was lit. I enjoyed it, man. So yeah, L Selector. That's pretty much what it was, man. Yeah, FML and TLOP. Yeah, yeah. The Life of Pablo, man. I like that album too. Top five, easily top five. FML. What's FML? Hold on a second. FML. What do you mean by that? FML zone. I know what it means, but in reference to these songs that we're talking about, what's FML again? I know it's The Life of Pablo. Hey man, bottom line is, man. Bottom line is, man. And Zone, feel free, man. If you want to jump if you want to jump, you can definitely jump in, man. The StreamYard link is right there. The weekend featuring Ye. Fuck my life until weekend featuring. Yes, yes, yes. When you say that, I don't remember which song that is. The only song that comes into my head is the song with Rick Ross and Kanye, and then the song with Rick Ross and The Weeknd. That's the song that comes into my head. But oh man, I gotta go back and remember that. I'm gonna write that one down and take that one away. Yes, yes, I'm gonna take that one away. I'm gonna play it when I get off this live. But yes, The Weeknd had some bangers. I would like to see. You know what? I'll be honest with you. I feel like Kanye versus Drake is a little bit unfair. I'd rather see The Weeknd versus Drake. I know it's a little bit unpopular, but I feel like Kanye has too much mentally over Drake, on Drake type of thing. Because remember, like Rick Ross once famous, he said, "Your idols become your rivals," right? So I think that's the vibe that's going on between Kanye West and Drake. So Drake used to look up to Kanye West. He 100% used to look up to Kanye West, and now they're rivals. So it's kind of like a little bit of stage fright there. You know what I mean? When Drake sees Kanye, Jay Z, like Big Cameron, like these type of guys, he gets a little shook. Like I don't know him, but I know him. You know what I mean? He sees those guys, his palms get a little sweaty. Eminem, you know what I mean? Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, right? So he's at the top right now, but there still are guys on top of him. So I don't think that's a fair battle. I think Kanye would be better suited to go against like a P Diddy, you know what I mean, or like someone along those lines. Even P Diddy seems a little bit high. Like that's more like a Jay Z. But anyway, that's off the topic, man. This was lit, man. The Weekend is so underrated. He doesn't get his just due. Him, like from his first mixtape. I swear to you, I literally can go, like, if I had one mixtape that I had to listen to for an extended period of time, I could listen to the Weeknd's first mixtape. That mixtape was amazing. With, like, his intro on that first mixtape. See that now, no, oh, no. See that love you know. I can I don't want to start singing right now, but he's what you want. He's what you want. He's what you want. He's what you want. I'm what you need. What you? Come on, man. Come on, man. That's a classic. That's a classic. So the weekend is so underrated, so underrated. But he's underrated, but he's definitely reached the heights that he was supposed to reach. Because remember, I think that first mixtape was 2010, 2011, if I'm not mistaken, and it's 2021, and he's had a career. He's had a career. Starboy, like he's had albums. He's had hits. He's worked with everybody. So his discography is underrated, but he's definitely had his mainstream success. Like if he was to go, God forbid, tomorrow, he had an illustrious career already. Grammys, Super Bowl performances, classic mixtapes, classic songs. Shouts to Abel, man. Shouts to Abel. But I would like to see Abel versus Drake, not Kanye versus Drake. Oh, come on. Often the hills? Come on, man. All of them swallow. All of them swallow. All of them swallow. Me say, all of them swallow. Come on, man. He's from the East End. I'm from Toronto. He's from the East End of Toronto. He's from Scarborough. So he has that Jamaican, East African influence. You know what I mean? Like he's dope, man. Weekend is dope. Mainstream, very mainstream now. But I mean, discography is definitely crazy. Shouts to the weekend. Oh, come on. Tell your friends produced by Ye. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. He's worked with everybody. There's not one person that the weekend has not worked with. He's worked with everybody. Man, woman, everybody. International, local, everybody. House of Balloons is a classic. House of Balloons is a classic, man. And that's what I was saying. Why didn't he play the zone? Why didn't Drake just come up and play the zone? That would have got everybody hyped up. If he went into that bag, that 09, 010, 011 mixtape bag Drake, where all those, all those mixtape songs ever made an album, before the album type of thing. Like if you're reading this is too late. Like but if you're reading this is too late, he would have won the verses. He would have won the battle. Oh yeah, for this. Yeah. I remember that song. Don't play with that song right there. King of the Fall. That's the one right there. King of the Fall. Often King of the Fall. Yo, come on, man. Those are my two of my five favorite songs from the weekend. Definitely. 100%, man. 100%, man. All of them swallow. Come on, man. That's classic. Yes, Thursday. And even that song Thursday, the song actually Thursday, I'm not gonna start singing. Oh, Thursday. Yo, come on. Yo, that song is classic. I can play that song right now just on repeat. Just Thursday. That song was a classic right there. I don't want to start singing. I don't want to embarrass myself, yo. I don't want to embarrass myself, but man, I wish I could play those songs right now, man. Those songs go hard. Weekend has like the best of weekend mixtape, man, is something that needs to be published right now by me. honestly, honestly, man, he has so much hits, man. Oh, Low Life featuring Future. Oh yeah, that's another one right there. That's another one right there, man. Future. Actually, I thought he was gonna come out for a second when Drake was started saying working on the weekend like usual. I was like, yo, if Future comes out right now, this is gonna be crazy. But of course he didn't, which was fair, which was very fair. Both sides didn't bring out any features. Salute, salute, salute. You know what I mean? But if Future came out, that would have shut it down. Would have started going crazy. Because if you think about it, again, going back to what I was saying earlier, if Drake started pulling out some of those songs from 2015, 2014, like if you played any song off of If You're Reading This Is Too Late, the place would have gone crazy. Jumpman, Diamonds on Me Dancing. You see what I'm saying? If he has so much tracks, but he didn't jump into that bag. He didn't get super into that bag. But Drake left a lot on the table, man. A lot on the table. And as you're saying, Zone, if his playlist got cut short, that's very unfortunate, man. They should just let that go, man. I don't think when that stuff happens, man. Life of the party, yeah, man. I'm telling you, man. We got some bangers, bro. Bangers. Yeah, man. So I enjoyed that, man. People love when the weekend makes shorter projects. HOB Thursday, EOS, My Dear Melancholy. Yo, My Dear Melancholy, that's one I liked. That's the one I liked. I forget what the intro was off of that song, off of that particular mixtape. But the intro off of My Dear Melancholy, oh man, it's not coming to me at this moment, but I think that was in what 2018. That was fire. I can't remember at this second. And I mean, if you remember the intro off of that particular mixtape, that was fire. You know what I mean? So yeah, people do like his shorter projects. People do enjoy his shorter projects, but I think that he's just not marketed that well per se. I mean, he has his mainstream success, but he's more pop. Because if you notice right now, he has a song that's just all over the radio. He has songs all over the radio. He's a radio guy. They just pick him off for radio hits, right? So when he does move away from those radio hits and comes back to his roots, his underground, darker, urban um, clientele, when he makes songs geared for them, or us, I should say, then yeah, I mean, that's when you get those type of songs. You know what I mean? But when he's on the cover, eating with a mouthful of blood and all that type of stuff, that's when he kind of loses me. That's when it's just kind of like, bruh, no, man, that's not for me, bro. Like, come on, I want to hear House of Balloons. I want to hear that type of stuff. I want to hear he's a Jim. I'm watching you. I want to hear that. So he's very commercial. So I think he just has to please that side of his constituents. You know what I mean? Yes, there it is. Call out my name. Yes. Oh, really? That's about Selena? I didn't even. Wow. Okay, Zone. Okay, Zone. I didn't even know that. Call out my name. That was a banger. I remember that. Now, as soon as you said it, the song clicks in my head. And you have to remember when an artist can do that, that you don't remember the song, but when somebody says the song's name, the song clicks in your head. It's so buried under all these other songs that you're listening to on a daily and a weekly basis, and it just kind of shows you that he doesn't get that push per se. He doesn't get that underground kind of push. You know what I mean? He doesn't, like, I shouldn't say underground. He doesn't really get that push. He doesn't get that push. But shouts to the weekend, man. Gotta love the weekend. Wasted Times. Yeah, bro. Wasted Time. I remember that song too. Vaguely, I remember that song as well too. But that's the thing about the weekend. He sings to those times. He sings to the wasted times. That's why you gotta love the weekend. His name is the weekend, for goodness sake. Everybody's getting wasted on the weekend. So, well, not everybody, but some people like to turn up on the weekend. So he's the perfect person to listen to when you're ready to turn up on the weekend. So he does his job, man. He definitely does his job. Dark R&B Soul, Kissland Trilogy, BBTM. Okay, I'm gonna take those away. I'm gonna take those names away. I'm gonna take those names away. Kissland, yes, Kissland. Okay, of course, yeah, Kissland. I remember, but BBTM, that one's kind of throwing me off right there. What's BBTM? But I remember, of course, I remember Kissland. Of course, I remember the trilogy. BBTM. Starboy Pop Synth. After Hours Disco Funk 80s. Exactly. He's he's the new Michael Jackson, basically. Basically. You know what I mean? Starboy was hard though. The video was hard too, with that guitar. Hard, 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 hard. Shouts to the weekend, man. I don't know how this turned into a weekend talk, but yo, shouts to the weekend, man. But yo, if anybody basically watched that Larry Hoover concert tonight, it was super lit. Shouts to the week. I mean, shouts to Drake. Sorry, shouts to Kanye West. Shouts to Drake. Even though they didn't even mention Larry Hoover whatsoever. Hey man, it was super lit. Beauty behind the madness. Yes, there it is. Okay, beauty behind the madness. Yes, I remember that. That's when he had the freeform dreads on the cover. I remember that.
I'm signing out though, but I'll tap on you later, bro.
All right, cool, man. Done know.
Yeah. All right, peace.
Peace. Yes, beauty behind the madness. I remember that. That was his second album. I do remember that. That was a classic as well too. That was a classic. But I feel like I have to go back. You see, that's another thing about the weekend. All of his music is so it's so locked into like Apple Music. It's so locked into Apple Music, Spotify, all these paid services. You can't really get much of this stuff on free services like what's it called? SoundCloud, for example. You can't just go onto SoundCloud and just get a whole best of weekend, 50 track. You can't get that for some of these artists, and it's like that's why, you know what I mean? Just kind of forget about them. But most commercial album, yeah, no, that weekend. I mean, that album was hard still. That album was super hard, man. Shouts to the weekend. But going back to what we were talking about originally, again, they started an hour and a half late. I was sitting there looking at the TV at these blue letters, just reading them over and over and over. And one thing about Kanye, man, what the only criticism I can give him about this whole thing is that why did it leak today that he wants to take the position of Virgil? Why? Why does he want to take Virgil's position? Why is he next in line to take Virgil's position? Why did that leak today, man? Shouts to Virgil, man. Virgil is doing it on a different type of level, man. But I mean, if Kanye steps in, Kanye steps in. But Kanye got too much going on. Like, how you gonna be, doing your thing at Gap, doing your thing at Adidas, making all these shoes? These shoes just keep coming out like hotcakes. And now you're gonna be the head at LV, Louis Vuitton. Too much, bro. Like too much, man. I wasn't really feeling that move, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, Starboy was hard. Yeah, I mean, if he does, he does. But I don't know, man. Like R.I.P. Virgil, man. I say R.I.P. Virgil, man. Like that, just the way it happened was kind of strange. I've been seeing a lot of stuff. Shouts to El Selector. El Selector showed me a couple different things, man, leading up to his demise. His untimely passing, and it's just like it's just sad, man. I don't know. I'll say it. I don't really care. I'll say it. I don't even think the man was sick, bro. But that's another stream for another different day, man. But I don't even think the guy was sick, bro. Like he looked good. He looked healthy. He looked like everything was okay. But it is what it is, man. You know how it is. You know what it is, man. You know what it is. He does. He respects Virgil. Virgil essentially Kanye gave Virgil his start. You know what I mean? They're both from Chicago. They both came up. You know what I mean? They both came up. Kanye put on Virgil, and Virgil came up. Virgil built brands. Virgil got the job at LV. And I did a stream, me, El Selector, and our other boy, GNH, NO1 Blogger. GNO1 Blogger. We did a stream. Check that out. I posted some clips from that stream, so definitely check that out. We broke it all down. It was really, really informative. And yeah, no, shouts to Virgil, man. I mean, it's very untimely, very sad, man. I don't know, man. It's just really strange how that all happened, man. And then at Art Basel, I think it was what last week, and then just passed. They had like a tribute to him. They erected like some type of statue for him. Very, very strange, very untimely. And if Kanye takes that job, I get it. But I mean, I think he's kind of stretching himself a little bit too much, if you ask me. Anyways, makeup drama. All right? They always try to make up drama. What? Remember when they said Ye got a new 22-year-old model, but it came out that was Diddy's son's girl? What are you talking about? What's her name? Harvey? Lori Harvey? That wasn't Lori Harvey. I think his girl is another chick. Nah, his girl is a completely other chick. That's not nothing to Diddy. That's just another chick that he's talking to. I mean, I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. The media hates Goat Ye. I mean, you know the media, man. They're gonna twist everything. They're gonna twist everything. But it's just up to people like us to just cover him in the right way, man. No homo. So once again, man, shouts to Ye, shouts to Drake, free Larry Hoover. I think the message is out there, even though they didn't say anything. The message is definitely out there. And I don't know who this is. Corey Berry Vartek. This is like the third time that they've posted that foolishness or poly signal. Like, who are these trolls? These bots. Anyways, nah, Venitra. Oh, okay. I'm not really too familiar with that. I don't know who these bots are, yo. Who are these bots? Yeah, that's more El Selector. El Selector be able to break that down. If he was if he was here, he would be able to break down exactly who that chick is, man. But I'm not really too familiar with Ye's chick. I've seen her IG a couple times, but I'm not really too familiar with her background. Sat next to him at the Donna Loves Basketball. How's that team doing? That's what I want to know. How are they doing? I know they played a couple of prep teams, but I'm not exactly sure how they're doing. But I mean, shouts to them. Shouts to Ye. Again, stretching himself a little bit too thin. You know, he has a school. You know what I mean? School has a basketball team. Like he has so much going on right now, man. I mean, that's good for him. That's good for him. It's something that we all should strive for. We all should have our hands in different pots and be striving to be the best version of ourselves. But I mean, I don't know, man. I think it's a little bit. What's the word I'm looking for? Cross. I think. Sorry, not cross. I think it's a little bit tacky that he's just gonna jump into Virgil's position. If you ask me, she's Diddy's son's new girl. Okay, so basically, P Diddy's sons are grooming these girls to be uh their fathers and fathers' friends as girls. Like that's kind of strange, bro. That's just that whole Hollywood ish. But I mean, that's another shame for another day, man. Honestly, bro. Shouts to Kanye, shouts to Drake, Free Larry Hoover. If you missed it, they both killed it. I would say I give the edge to Kanye if this was a versus. And how long we been going now, man? Okay, we've been going about an hour. The media cut Diddy's sons out the pic and made it seem like that she's Ye's new girl. That's what they've been doing. They did that for Lori Hart. Well, I mean, not specifically for Lori Hart, but if I remember correctly, she was talking to Diddy. She was talking to Diddy's son. She was talking to everybody. Like they always do that. The young boy just gets squeezed out, and then the old guy just come in and just take over. You know what I mean? They do have to do a versus Zona, but I mean, I just feel like why did they do a versus tonight? That could have easily been a versus. Easily. That was made to be a versus. If it was in a small, I mean, if they just kind of didn't have that big old eye in the middle of the stage, that could have easily been a versus. All they had to literally do was just have a DJ, two DJs in the middle, and that's it. They could have easily done a versus. Yeah, just whispered over to Don C. That would probably been his DJ. And Drake could have just easily whispered over to Future the Prince. That would have been his DJ. And they could have made it happen. Why not? Easily. Stream it wherever you want to stream it. You know what I mean? Stream it on Amazon and then also stream it on Versus TV. Why not? But these guys are too big. They got too much hands in the pot. They're not gonna do that. And that's the only downside about these two guys, man. They're a little bit too big. You know what I mean? That it's not as organic as you would want it to be. You know what I mean? Because I would love to see them do a versus. I mean, Drake's been at battle rap events recently in 2021. Remember, he was handing out Hennessy shots at that one of those versus events. I mean, one of those battle rap events, Smack DVD events. So, but Ye, I'd never. I mean, Ye was on Drink Champ, so they do give you little glimpses, little bits and pieces. But I don't know. I don't think they'll ever do something like a versus. It's kind of hard to fight. It's kind of hard to foresee. This was made for Larry Hoover, and you said his name wasn't even mentioned once. Not even. Yeah, not even once. It mentioned. I think you said it's on a one time they mentioned his name in this whole thing. How? How does that even work? I mean, they should have brought out his son. They didn't bring out his son. They didn't stop the whole event to like kind of talk about it. You know what I mean? They didn't turn on all the lights and just get everybody to like make a donation to a number like a Yale Haiti or something like that. Nothing. Nothing. Sorry, pardon the technical difficulties there. Yeah, Ye said he wants to do one. I mean, he says he wants to do one, but will his overseers allow him to do one? I mean, they need to. They need to, man. Honestly, it's the end of the year, man. Let him do one before 2022, man. Let's get it popping. Let him face off against Jay Z or let him face off against Dr. Dre or somebody, some type of heavyweight, man. Let's end the year with a bang. You know what I mean? It's all the money from the event going to Larry Hoover. Yeah, I hope so. But isn't that funny? I think Nadia Cater brought this up earlier. Isn't it funny how all the money's going to Larry Hoover, right? But how much of their money is going to Larry Hoover? They have the most money out of anybody in that stadium. They're both, well, I don't know if Drake's a billionaire officially, but they both got a lot of money. So shouldn't their money be going to Larry Hoover? I don't know. They can do a friendly one on him, but they're not even. Nothing's friendly with those guys. Everything is for the bag. Everything is for money. And if it's not for money, it has to just be on some next level weird type thing. Like two out of three of those album releases for Kanye. It's just that was just so weird. So if it's not on that weird tip, then it's gonna be on that money tip where it's backed by Apple and Amazon and all these corporate entities involved in it. And that's the only thing I don't like about these two artists, man. Like they're just a little bit too corporate for me, man. So I would love to see a versus, but I highly doubt it. Highly, highly, highly doubt it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we've been going for about an hour. I'm gonna actually sign out, man. It's getting late. It's almost 4 a.m., man. So, yo, Zone Love Zonetta 01, man. Yo, salute to you, man. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. I'm gonna jump out of here. Any last thoughts, man? Any last words anybody wants to kind of talk about? Again, this is like legendary, man. Kanye and Drake back together, back at it again, man. You know what I mean? Shell down the concert, them shell it down. I don't know who all these bots are that keep coming into the chat, but I think that yo, you need to go too, man. All you bots need to go. You know what I mean? So we gonna jump out of here though, man. Shouts to Zone Loves Netta 01, man. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. You know what I mean? We go live. We talk about Kanye, Drake, talk about hip hop, talk about sports, all types of stuff. You know what I mean? And like, this is legendary. I just had to come shell down a quick live, let everybody know what's up, man. And yo, I'm out, man. I am absolutely out, man. It's been a good one, man. It's been a good one. So, yo, thank you for everybody checking out this video tonight. And salute. This is the Omari Wave. This is Nightly News. Shouts to El Selected for coming through. Shouts to Zone Love Zanetta. Shouts to who else came through? Shouts to Nadia Cater. And there's a couple other people that came through as well too and dropped some comments, man. I'm about to go listen to some of the weekend, and I'm out, man. Peace.